Like Half-Life nearly 20 years prior, Prey begins by using the mundane to shatter your expectations. You start the game in your apartment, where you quickly discover that nearly everything can be interacted with and manipulated. Whilst this works well to create a tangible quality to the environment, its true purpose is to ensure that you learn and memorise your environment, because, without spoiling anything, there will soon come a point when you return to your apartment, but something's changed, something seems off, as though certain objects have been moved. This leads to a revelation that was so unexpected that it was a real testament to Prey's environmental design and world building. Prey takes place on the space station known as Talos 1. As you enter the main lobby, you are presented with several areas to explore, all of which twist and loop into each other and inevitably back into the lobby. Through exploration and neuromods, which allow you to unlock desired abilities, you will soon find a myriad of shortcuts and hidden areas. Prey is most comparable to Bioshock, well, technically System Shock, and Deus Ex. The neuromods you use to upgrade result in a play-it-your-way philosophy. Every room will have several ways in which you can both traverse and complete objectives. For example, one side quest required me to save a character from a locked greenhouse. Had I leveled into the scientist skill tree, I could have simply hacked the door open there and then. Alternatively, with a bit of exploration, I could have found the password to unlock the door. I, however, had leveled into engineer, which gave me more strength to carry large and heavy objects. This led me to discovering how versatile Prey really is. With a mix of stacking objects, using my glue cannon to create ledges, and jumping, I was able to scramble to the top of a structure and access the greenhouse via the roof. It didn't look possible, but it was. Nothing was there to stop me from doing this. If you can make it work, it's a viable means of completing an objective, which is a true demonstration of how Prey's environmental design succeeds. Not just the environmental design, though. I mentioned earlier the ability to interact with nearly every object. Prey's second main strength is the main enemies, the Mimics. Much like the headcrabs in Half-Life, the Mimics are small creatures that scurry about the environment. There's one catch though. They can disguise themselves as anything. You're walking through an office, you hear a noise behind you and you turn around. Was that chair there a second ago? The Mimics breed paranoia. Suddenly every object around you is suspicious. Every time I was fooled by a Mimic, it was no less startling than the previous time. Prey isn't particularly original. Its world design is Bioshock, the narrative pacing is Half-Life, and the abilities and movement are Deus Ex. However, Prey manages to elevate these aspects by turning the environment against you, breeding paranoia and fueling discovery. Prey is incredibly engrossing. There is no feeling quite like entering a new room, seeing all the various objects scattered about the place, and facing the dread of knowing the possibility that there's a Mimic nearby. Prey is the only game that I can think of that will make you afraid of a coffee mug.